is the news. The time is 6:15. Here is the news, edited by Durmin Samarasinghe, read by Victor Raj. Here are the headlines of the local news. Parliamentary Finance Committee approves Appropriation Draft Bill 2022. More than 980 billion rupees allocated to pay public sector salaries. The paper on Kurunegala General Hospital development is to be submitted to next cabinet meeting. Asian Development Bank funds North Central Maha project. Chinese market further expands for Sri Lanka's tea. More foreign airlines are scheduled to fly directly to Sri Lanka within the next few months. Foreign news, signs of first planet found outside our galaxy. Sports news, T20 World Cup, West Indies sets a target of 144 for South Africa. Local news in detail. The Committee on Finance, which met recently in Parliament, has given its approval to Appropriation Draft Bill 2022. According to the draft bill, the total estimated expenditure is 5,134 billion rupees. 1,521 billion rupees out of that is to pay state debt. Secretary to the Finance Ministry, Dr. S.R. Artigal, explained about the recurrent expenditure to committee members. 982.2 billion rupees have been allocated to pay salaries of state employees. 310 billion rupees have been allocated to pay pensions and the welfare payments of disabled soldiers. 50 billion rupees have been allocated for some of the payments. Speaking at the committee, MP Dr. Harsha De Silva said that the removal of control price is a good step. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa has instructed the Health Ministry Secretary to submit the concept paper on Kurunegala General Hospital's new development project to the Cabinet for approval. Funds will be allocated by the Budget 2022 after getting the Cabinet approval. Constructions of the hospital are expected to begin at the beginning of next year. The government hopes to complete North Central Maha project soon. The project is implemented under the 10-year financial facility from the Asian Development Bank. $866 million will be invested in the project. The project will meet drinking water and irrigation facilities in the North, North Central, Northwestern and Central provinces. Local tea exporters have been given the opportunity to enter Chinese market by China International Import and Export Company. Chief Executive Officer of the Dilma Tea, Dilhan Fernando, says that the company encourages businessmen to produce tea to suit Chinese consumers. Steps will be taken to brief Chinese consumers on the methodologies to make Sri Lanka tea. Meanwhile, the Cabinet has given the approval to prepare a global index for Ceylon tea. This news comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Continuing with more local news. Several airlines are scheduled to commence direct flights to Sri Lanka. Sri Lankan airlines are scheduled to commence direct flights from Colombo to Sydney and Melbourne. The French airlines will fly direct Colombo thrice a week from 31st. Polish airlines are scheduled to commence direct flights from Sri Lanka in December. Meanwhile, nearly 16,500 tourists have arrived in the country from 1st of October to 24th of October. Minister Keheli Rambukwala says that the local vaccination program is at a higher level when compared with the global programs. He said that government has taken all steps to normalize education. Minister Rambukwala said that he had discussions with the tourism minister to build the tourism industry gradually. The minister mentioned this during a media briefing at the Health Ministry today. Minister Rambukwala further said Pfizer vaccine will be given as a booster from the 1st of November. State Minister Shashindra Rajapaksa says that the government's aim is to remove farmers and consumers from the use of agrochemicals despite challenges. He said that the organic cultivation protect health of the people. A memorandum of understanding was signed today for a joint venture to produce organic fertilizer between Colombo Commercial Fertilizer Company and Portland's Regina Purpura Frondas Company. The State Minister mentioned this during the ceremony to sign Memorandum of Understanding. That ends local news.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
The Minister of Health says 300 more COVID-19 patients were discharged from medical care today as they have recovered from the virus infection. This brings the number of recoveries reported in the country to 504,003 since the outbreak of the pandemic last year. Sri Lanka has confirmed as many as 536,645 cases of COVID-19. Another 19,002 virus-infected patients are currently receiving treatment at hospitals, treatment centers and homes. Meanwhile, deaths from novel coronavirus stands at 13,640. That ends main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya. Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
And now in Watch Live.
Water supply will be interrupted from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Thursday due to an urgent maintenance work at Aludgama, Mathugama and Agalavatta Integrated Water Supply Scheme. Accordingly, water supply will be interrupted in Vaduva, Vaskaduva, Pothupitiya, Kalutara, North and South, Katukurunda, Naguda, Benthota, Payagala, Bombuvala, Maggona, Beruvala, Darga Town, Aludgama, Piraminavatta, Kalua Modara and Morogala areas for 10 hours. That ends Watchlight.
World News.
World News headlines first. Signs of first planet found outside our galaxy. Jeff Bezos unveils the plans for Space Businesses Park. Facebook earns $9 billion despite whistleblower scandal. World News in detail. Astronomers have found hints of what could be the first planet ever to be discovered outside our galaxy. Nearly 5,000 exoplanets, worlds orbiting stars beyond our Sun, have been found so far, but all of these have been located within the Milky Way galaxy. The possible Saturn-sized planet recovered by NASA's Chandra X-ray telescope is in the Messier 51 galaxy. This is located some 28 million light-years away from the Milky Way. Blue Origin, the space tourism company owned by Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, has announced plans to launch a commercial space station. Bezos said on Monday that they have hoped to operate the station named Orbit Reef by the end of the decade. Promotional material released by the company claims the station will be mixed-use business park in space and will host up to 10 people. The company will partner with the Sierra Space and Boeing to build the outpost. Facebook has posted better than expected profits for the third quarter as it continues to face bad press over leaked internal documents. The social media giant made $9 billion of profit in the 3 months to September, up from $7.8 billion last year. However, it was hit by a new privacy update to Apple's iOS 14 operating system, which made it harder for brands to target ads at specific users. It comes amid fresh claims of unethical behavior made by a former employee. To wrap up the world news, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Signs of first planet found outside our galaxy. Jeff Bezos unveils plans for space business park. Facebook earns $9 billion despite whistleblower scandal. That ends world news.
And now in development news.
MAGA has been awarded the contract for the design and construction of the Faculty of Technology at the Rajarata University of Sri Lanka in Mihintale and Radhapura. The new faculty, valued at approximately 3 billion rupees, will be developed on a 2-acre land and features an 800-seat capacity auditorium, a large story library, multiple lecture halls, flexible learning spaces, laboratories, meeting rooms, common areas, collaborative student spaces, service outlets, and dedicated industry collaboration cell. That ends development news.
Sports news.
Another match of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup is now being played between South Africa and West Indies in Dubai. South Africa won the toss and chose to field. Batting first, West Indies scored 143 for 8 wickets in 20 hours. In reply, South Africa was 47 for 1 wicket in 7 overs a short while ago. 2 new franchises will compete in the Indian Premier League from 2022. The RPSG Ventures conglomerate bid for more than $930 million at an auction in Dubai to set up a team in the Indian city of Lucknow. CVC Capital Partners promised more than $690 million to set up a team in Ahmedabad, home of the world's biggest cricket stadium, of 132,000 capacity. The 2022 IPL season will have 10 teams and 74 matches, with each team having 7 home and 7 away matches. That ends sports news.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners. From October 1st, 2021 to September 30th, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency through NSB U Trust for 6 months consecutively. Send more money and increase the chances of winning.
Business news. Sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Valuable Finance delivered yet another robust financial performance for the 3 months to September 2021, as the licensed finance company continued to defy the pandemic-induced pressures. The company reported a new interest income of 1.41 billion rupees in its first fiscal second quarter ended in September 2021, up 48.1% from the same period last year, as growth in interest income outstripped the growth in interest expenses by a large margin. That ends business news.
Business news. Sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibility. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
A comprehensive promotional plan has been put in place by the Hambantota International Port Group to position the port in its industrial zone as a haven of opportunity for setting up light industries. Many potential investors have been reached and discussions are ongoing for direct investment into the zone. Hambantota International Port Group's expert port investment team has been stationed in China for about a year to inform and educate potential investors about new opportunities in Sri Lanka. That ends Economic News.
I bought my daughter a laptop for her work by managing my finances. Whatever the expenses may be, I can't afford to miss out on life's special moments like her birthday or our anniversary. So you need to invest to make your family's future flourish.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibilities. That's why we promise to give you the best returns on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
Weather report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, brings Nanasa app, a trilingual educational mobile app for online learning with video-based lessons from grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with the Nanasa app. No subscription fees. Download via Google Play Store, App Store, Huawei Store or Windows. Dialogue, the future today.
The Met Department shows low-level atmospheric disturbance in the vicinity of Sri Lanka is affecting the weather over the country during the next few days. Showers or thunder showers will occur at most parts of the island. Heavy showers above 100 mm can be expected at some places in western, southern, Sabaragamu and central provinces. Showers may occur in the western and southern provinces during the morning. That ends the weather report.
Weather report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, brings Nanasa app, a trilingual educational mobile app for online learning with video-based lessons from grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with the Nanasa app. No subscription fees. Download via Google Play Store, App Store, Huawei Store or Windows. Dialogue, the future today.
To conclude the evening news broadcast, a recap of headlines once again. Parliamentary Finance Committee approves Appropriation Draft Bill 2022. More than 980 billion rupees allocated to pay public sector salaries. The paper on Kurunagala General Hospital development is to be submitted to next cabinet meeting. Asian Development Bank funds North Central Maha project. Chinese market further expands for Sri Lanka's tea. More foreign airlines are scheduled to fly directly to Sri Lanka within next few months. Foreign news, signs of first planet found outside our galaxy. Sports news, T20 World Cup. West Indies sets a target of 144 for South Africa. With that, we conclude the evening news broadcast on Radio Sri Lanka. Back to my good friend and yours, Chandima Virakon.